So let's get into this stock wheel. I am very interested to see what it pulls up for us today. We are going head first into the abyss of the S&P 500 index. And let's click it. SYK. I have no idea what that stock is, and I would never see it otherwise. SYK. Let's see. Stryker Corp. $392. All right, right off the bat, I can see that you are above the 50-day EMA and the 200-day EMA. Typically bullish. You do have a gap here to the downside, and then you are green on the daily MACD. You are green on the weekly MACD, which is a good sign, and then you are just red on the monthly MACD, which typically isn't a good sign long term. But let's just, now that we're on the monthly, let's kind of chart this thing out. So you have this uptrend that you could find resistance on right around 356, which I think is confluent with the gap fill. And then we kind of have this rising wedge almost, this rising wedge formation, which is interesting on this S&P 500 stock. Higher highs, higher lows. Now, the question is, how long can it trade into this channel? Probably a pretty long time. I would be remiss to say that I don't think it could trade all the way into 2027, 2026, but it's going to get less and less volatile and more coiled before eventually you take the measured move down, which the measured move down would be from the top of this trend to the beginning of the bottom. And you could take that and place that. Let's say it breaks down in 2026. You're looking at a retest of 225. Alrighty. So that would be SYK. Personally, I would not get vested in this stock unless I believed in it heavily. It looks like you had some crazy stuff happen back in 1991. I don't know the roots of this company, nor do I care. Nor do I care. 4-hour chart. Pretty low volume, going to cross up on the 4-hour, so maybe there's something there. I don't see it personally, and I don't even know what kind of candle that is. That is a death candle right there, down at 286. Holy Toledo. All right, that's weird. No, it's been again. DVN. All right, let's see DVN. This is interesting. Devon Energy Corp. 32 schmeckles. $32. You had a pretty nasty dump. How much is that measured move? 33%. 33% dump. And so now you are kind of in this bear flag, which isn't the best. So you could expect this thing to go all the way down to $20, in my opinion. Don't love that at all. Next one. This is gross. AXP. American Express, baby. All right, now we're talking. Now we are cooking with Crisco. Looks like we are about to... Yeah, we're about to cross the all-time high. And we did just make the all-time high off of a pretty nasty inverse head and shoulders right there. You love to see that. And this is just all over the market right now. Paint it. Could not paint it any better with a price target of 350 right there. And you broke the previous all-time high at 325. And it looks like you are currently retesting. You broke back beneath, and now you're going to want to look to regain that, because if you don't, it could get pretty ugly. And maybe we move this down to like a neckline right there, and maybe you're still holding it, but you did break below the all-time high previously. with a gap fill down at 300. Alrighty. So that is AXP. It looks really, really nice if you can hold this neckline of the broader inverse head and shoulders. You're looking at a price target of 350, which is nice. It looks really, really sexy. Really, really good. With a potential entry target long term. Let's say it, if you're playing the long game here and you want to enter in 2026 or something, maybe it kind of spills back down. We'll have to see what the rest of the market does, though. We'll do one more. Now! We're going to do now. Thank you so much, Mysterious Spinner. That's a funny ticker. Service now. $1,000 stock is insane. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. And you do look good here on the daily. You have a crazy gap, which came from the tariff news. You gapped up pretty tremendously here, making an inverse head and shoulders, neckline, and then breakout. So your target would be right around 1,150, unless you said this whole thing was an inverse head and shoulders. But nevertheless, I mean, you're above the 200-day, you're above the 50. You retested the golden cross, which, if you don't know, is when the 50-day EMA crosses above the 200. You have a nice daily cross on the MACD, and then let's see what the weekly picture looks like. Weekly picture looks pretty bullish. I love it. I love that sign because you are above this. Looks like a falling broadening wedge almost. Kind of. You are above that. So the profit target would be 1,100. So you stand to gain $100 per share, which ain't too shabby gabby. It's about 10%. So now is a very interesting stock that in its entirety has gone up 5,000% in 15 years. That is pretty crazy, actually. So that's what the all-knowing, mysterious wheel gave me now. So please drop a like, drop a follow, guys, if you like this content, if you want to see me do more. I think it's fun to do these mysterious, fun stocks. Like now is something that I would never come across on my own. I just wouldn't. I don't have that big of a portfolio. I try to keep it pretty niched or simple for myself. I don't want to overcomplicate things and invest in all these speculative stocks. I just want to invest in the best ones and the S&P. So please, 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 if you want to see more of this, drop a like, drop a follow, and I'll continue to churn out these funny spinner videos. Just like PM, like that's such a random stock that I would never look at. But it's interesting to see, like just from 2024, it's on this absolutely nasty tear, up 108%. Nevertheless, guys, drop a like, drop a sub. I appreciate y'all, and peace.